Hello, I'm David.
Hi, I'm Julie.
So now we're going to do a review of Alien, Fate of the Nostromo.
Ooh.
So hopefully you've had a chance to check out our how to play and playthrough video where we played two of the characters from the movie. Now we played this about 4 times. We played just about every objective that you need to win and just about all the final missions. But let's take a look at the back of the box so you have some context.
Okay.
And again, you know it's a good back of the box if I can explain the game to you just by looking at it. So here you have a map of the Nostromo, and you can play 1 to 5 players, so you can play solo. And what you're going to do is you're going to run around the map board and complete objectives. You need to complete 1 objective per player plus 1 more. So in a 2-player game, you have to complete 3 objectives. So as you're running around gathering scrap to build items or moving to locations to do things, the alien is going to be pursuing you. So like the game Horrified, you have different actions you can take, such as converting scrap into items. And then after you're done taking your actions, you're going to draw an encounter card. So the alien may move, and usually the alien will move and do things. You can have things that will be revealed like concealment counters, which can be good or bad. Usually it's empty, but sometimes the alien will reappear and attack you. You can play with Ash as an option, which he'll run around and try to destroy scrap or take it from you. Now, how do you lose? Well, if you lose all your morale, you lose the game, or if you don't complete your final mission. Some final missions, like, and there's how many of them are there? I don't know if it says right here, but I think there's 5 or 6 of them. One is a countdown, so you have 4 turns to win once it starts, just like in the end of the movie. But some other missions are different. All right, so let's take a look at what Julie thinks of the game first.
What does Julie think?
Oh, I got to switch cameras here. Okay, here we go.
The artwork is incredible.
So let me show that real quick.
I thought it was a real picture. I didn't think it was.
Here we go.
You know, artwork.
So when you open it, that's what you see right away.
Oh my
see
gosh.
Jonesy. So it kind of shocks you. I might have ruined that for some of you. But you know what? This artwork here, we're talking about it. These are based on actual photos.
Right.
But if you zoom in here, it looks like a rendering, like it's drawn, or is it some kind of filter?
I don't know. It looks just like the people from the movie.
Well, it's definitely either drawn or a filter over the photo.
I mean, it looks exactly like them.
But the other cards are definitely drawn.
Oh, okay.
So, so your point about it being great artwork, I'll show you what I thought on my opinion here. But yeah, that's definitely drawn there.
Well, that's drawn.
Yeah.
I just was see,
right
but I know.
Really gets you into the game. All right, so back to what you were saying.
All right. I love cooperative games, and this is a fun one. As David mentioned, it is like Horrified, and I really like Horrified. The very first time we played it, I'm like, let's play it again. It was just so quick, and it's fun. I like the monsters, and I do. This
has one monster.
It has one, and he's a real jerk. But you know.
And by the way, this is made by the same company as Horrified.
Oh, okay. No wonder I like it. It is very easy to learn and play. David taught it to me. Very first time out, I got it pretty quick.
I taught you live. I played it solo before the how to play.
Right, and then you taught me on camera.
I taught her on camera.
The components are neat. I mean, they're not super fantastic or great, but they're not bad either. The little scraps are nice and sturdy. The models are good. You're not going to break them.
In fact, the models are better quality than they are in Horrified. Now that I think about it, in Horrified they're kind of bendy, so they did better plastic in this one.
Oh, okay.
And I think it will hold paint better if you want to paint them. They're not the best plastic for painting, but they're not like Horrified. Horrified is not very high quality. They actually did do better modeling on this one.
Okay. And my last but not least is it's quick to play, and I do not do long games well at all, and this one is not long, especially because you're playing together. I wouldn't want to play be my own.
You don't want to play solo.
I wouldn't want to play solo, no. But I would recommend this one. I like it.
Yeah, it's quicker than Horrified. So let me take a look what I said.
Okay, what did you say?
All right, so it's very thematic and fun. You do feel like you're playing the movie, okay? And the abilities that each character has does fit, what they do in the movie. So if you've No, the movie Parker is the one that's making the stuff, so it makes sense that he would collect scrap.
I didn't know that.
Brett. Yeah, him and Brett are making our devices, so it makes sense to have them have those abilities. Ripley, moving other characters, and she's the one who survives, so it makes sense that she would, take control.
Well, her cat survived too.
Yes, that's true. Dallas, he has 5 actions, but doesn't have any other abilities. He just moves faster. And then Lambert, because she's such a paranoid, crying all the time in the movie, it makes sense that she would get to look at an encounter deck and see if you want to
go there.
Go down. So, it fits thematically. And then it has the devices from the movie, and the things that they do make sense as well. So if you look at, for instance, all the items here, let me see if I can get it to focus. Last time it was hard to. Mm-hmm. Yeah, the motion detector allows you to look at hidden, the concealment markers. Mm-hmm. The incinerator, which is basically the flamethrower.
Oh, okay.
Sends the alien away back to its. You can't kill the alien in this game. Okay, that's not the point of the game.
No.
You're basically escaping. Moves it back to its nest. The flashlight helps reduce morale. Same with the electric prod. The grapple gun that she uses at the end of the movie can send the alien away 3 spaces. And then you got the cat carrier, which is needed for some final missions where you need to have the cat carrier, which assumes that you're rescuing Jonesy.
Yes.
And then you have coolant canisters, which is used to attack Ash, and it's used at the very end when Lambert and Parker. That's the room they're killed in.
Oh.
They're putting away those canisters, so that's where they got that idea from.
And see, I don't know the movie as well as David does. I've seen it quite a few times, but not as much as Aliens.
Right. So a lot of objectives involve picking up canisters and doing things with them and forging items. Okay, so yes, definitely easy to learn and teach, but it also relates. There's kind of a neutral about it. It's not so bad that don't get it, but there are some minor typos that I talk about in the how to play video and the playthrough that are can confuse some people, but it's not so bad that you shouldn't get it. Okay, and for instance, there's a Dungeons and Dragons game that's part of the Ravenloft series. The typos are so bad that I avoided buying it.
Really?
Yeah, unless they fixed it now.
That's not good.
Yeah, so that's only one we don't have in the series because they really messed up on the first edition.
Yeah.
Of it. But this one, they're minor. Okay. Now there's missed emphasis opportunities. So as I mentioned during the playthrough, that why don't they include more information? And again, this is minor. That's why it's a neutral. It's not a game breaker. This tells you that this has unlimited uses. The flashlight, right? Mm-hmm. But why not? They could have included more information on this piece, so you don't have to look on your card. So, and then in the rules, there's missed opportunities here to emphasize things here and here that when you're referencing things, it could have made it a little bit easier. Now, for most people, for experienced gamers, you're not going to have a problem remembering things and looking it up. But again, it's a missed opportunity. That's why it's a neutral. It's not a game breaker.
No.
Now, here's a neutral. We don't know yet. It may lack replay and or be too easy. We've won every game but one. And when you watched the playthrough, we lost. We came one movement point away from winning.
We did.
And that's because we were rushing. We could have taken our time and built more objects before we finished the last objective.
I'd never played it before. I didn't know this.
See, Horrified, that game, because there's, I think, 5 monsters or 6 monsters. You can pick and choose what monsters you want to play. Now, the objects don't have much theme. Like this game has a lot more theme, okay? But you can play Horrified with different combinations of monsters and different characters, and you go back to it more often. Whereas this game, because you're only going against the alien, there's only so many objectives and final missions. I don't know how often we're gonna play this as much as Horrified. And even then, it seems kind of easy compared to Horrified because we can play with more monsters in Horrified and make it really difficult for us.
True.
So I don't know yet about that. So that's why you're going to see our rating not as high as Horrified. So let's take a look at that. Now, when we rate, we base it on the BGG 1 through 10.
Yep.
So we both said good, user willing to play. We're happy to have this in our collection. This is one of my favorite Alien games. We have some others, but unfortunately, sometimes those other games are really fiddly and take a long time to play and hard to set up. All right. So It may go up if we find out that this holds up to more replays, and we can adjust the difficulty. Who knows? It might come out with an expansion, or
That'd be
there
kinda
might be some
cool.
suggestions on BGG to make it harder. I don't know.
Sure.
But right now, it's definitely something where we want to have in our collection.
Oh,
Wouldn't you agree?
definitely. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I mean, I may or may not suggest, hey, let's play this. But if David said, hey, you want to play this tonight? I'd be like, oh, sure. Why not? Because obviously it doesn't take very long, so I would be down for that even if I was tired. So.
Right, so this takes less time in Horrified, so that might be a reason why we might pick this over Horrified.
Yeah.
And especially if we go through we watch Alien or Aliens at least once a year. We watch
At
one
least
of those
once.
at least once a year, sometimes twice a year, one of those movies.
Are you going to make us on the big screen now?
In a moment. I want them to see it. So Horrified we rate higher because it has more replay value. We've played that game more times. I think it's an 8 or a 9 for us for that.
Yeah,
game.
I think and our kids really liked it too.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed it. I think Horrified is fun. I like the monsters and I don't know.
Well, this is fun too.
This is fun.
But you would have to agree though that you would have to, like right now, if I were to say which game would you want to play right now, Alien or Horrified? If you had to choose.
If I'm feeling how I feel right now,
Yeah.
maybe Horrified.
Okay. And if I was tired, I'd play Alien. Because Horrified takes a little bit more time.
Yeah, and I'm not too tired right this minute, so that's why I would do Horrified. But if you ask me like 10 minutes from now, it'll probably be Alien.
Yeah. But so, again, great game. They did a good job on this. Like I said, hopefully you check out our How to Play and Playthrough video if you haven't done so yet.
Definitely.
And don't forget to subscribe and like, because,
I appreciate it.
we don't get paid to do this. In fact, we bought this out of our, we pre-ordered it through Target out of our own money. So we're happy to show you what you think, and we hope you enjoy it.
Yep.
So thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching. Have a good day.
Bye-bye.
Bye.